So, as you can see, we are here at my workbench where we're going to make these pylon things, these construction pylons. I don't know what they're called exactly. And I'm going to show you how to make them out of paper. This one's out of paper. These ones are ones I made out of a bit better materials, but I figured I'd want to make it out of materials that are easier for people to get. So this is the pylon we're going to make, and these are the items we're going to use to make it. A paper clip, we've got a piece of paper, just a piece of white paper, and a piece of thicker paper for the base. And these things right here, we need glue, we need clear coat, we need your acrylics. And that's just water to wash my paintbrushes. And scissors, of course. And this is all coming up right after this. Okay, so grab your paper, your white paper, and let's get started. You also need a hot glue gun. I forgot to mention that. That's a big one. You need that. Oh, and yeah, that's it. You just need one of those. Let's cut some paper at the height of whatever height you want it. This thing. That's about the same height. And now we're just going to roll it. And that's it. Let's just glue it too at the one end. So get your glue ready. And you kind of want to cone it a little so it goes a bit smaller at the top. So after you roll it, make it a bit smaller at the top and a bit larger at the bottom. It will just add a little extra effect. You don't have to do it. And just glue the edge. Then we're going to fill it with glue, hot glue. And that will make it sturdy and hold its shape so it doesn't get all bent. Okay, there's that. Ugh, this glue's all over. Okay. And in the meantime, let's get some strips going. So get some orange down, orange paint, and just paint some. Oh, there's a hair there. I gotta get out. There we go. Paint some paper of the white paper, like so. And that's going to be, we need 3 strips at the end to wrap around. So that's what that is. We'll cut that out when it's dry. Okay. Next, take your paper clip and fold it like this. And so that way you'll have the top little handle thing. And just cut her. And there you go. This is going to go down the top of it. I gotta squeeze it a bit closer together. Grab my pliers. That's a do. See, and that will go in the top there. Let's get our hot glue. And we're just going to squirt some hot glue down the top of this. Like so. I know that wasn't in frame, but so I've got hot glue in the top, and we're just going to shove this down in there. Oh, this is so blurry. I'm sorry. I'm focusing on it, not on the camera. Okay. And I'm just going to fill up the top a little bit. Beautiful. Want that down a little bit more, actually. Perfect. And these are just great for your diorama. You know, you got some roads you haven't, or areas you haven't put in your diorama yet. You just slop some of these down so people know you're going to get there eventually. And that's it. I'm going to just clean up the rim a little of this because I've got some hot glue buildup on the side. There we go. Okay, now let's get the bottom cut. So, get 2 pieces of paper cut. I think we'll do 2 thick. And glue them together. Perfect. And now we're just going to cut maybe like a hexagon or something. Just cut, or you could do it circular. Half the time I cover this up with the tire anyway. See how I added a tire onto this? But it's actually got this on the inside that I just put the tire over. So I'm just cutting this out like that shape, kind of like a stop sign. And that should be that. Let's see how that looks. Too big, but that's okay. I'm doing all this out of frame. I just have the camera in an odd spot. Some better size now. That's more like it. And just fill the other end of this with hot glue to give it the sturdiness it needs. And also, now you can just stick it down on its base. Just wait a second. This hot glue, I don't have an adjustment for temperature on it, so it comes out just boiling. So it takes forever for it to dry. Okay, I'm going to cut this out in strips. I need 3 strips. One. And you kind of want them the same width. So maybe do cut a bunch of strips so you can kind of pick what ones are the right size. And get them all ready. That's it. I like these 3. And just trim off the ends with the white. Okay, now we'll want to paint this black. Get your acrylics. And after you paint this black, let her dry. Don't clear coat her yet. We'll clear coat it all at the end. after this, oh, get all the hair over there. After this, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just putting on the strips of paper now. It's dry, and I put some glue down on this paper. I'm just running these strips through and gluing them on. It's as simple as that. Try and center the middle one where you might think would be center anyway. You can't really tell if you don't have the bottom one on first. It's got some black on there, crap. I have to touch that up later if it doesn't overlap. Of course it ends right on the black. Great. And you know, if you have them off a little bit, the stripe paper, that's alright. That just makes it look kind of more real, I find. Because you see the ones in real life, and they're just, you know, there's stripes missing, there's, you know, they're falling off. You can tell they're just quickly put on there. Yeah, this thing's gonna need some touch-ups. I just got more crap on there. Glue build-up and stuff on the orange. Ugh. Gonna have to move that center stripe up too, so I'll just unwrap that. Excuse me. That's totally fine. And we need a little bit more glue on the end of that. Sorry if this hasn't been in focus the whole time. I'm concentrated on this. This is requiring a lot for some reason of concentration. Doesn't seem that hard, but I guess it is. I don't know. Okay, let me move this center line up. Oh, just broke the bottom off. That's okay. Let me get the center line off and raise it up. Well, that didn't work out. I'm gonna have to cut a new one here. Good thing we've got some extra. A bit off of this. There. There's a good one. And some more glue. I still have my hot glue gun going. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. Get this all lathered up. This thing's going to require some major touch-ups. This one. So you can see, I guess these are not easy. You can have some situations that really make it a tough build. So you don't want to do too many of these at once, or you might get irritated. That's why I'm only building, well, this is the 5th one, so I'm only building this many. Never building any more. Just get that glued to the base again, kind of center it up. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to touch up the black because that white right there I'm going to turn black. Beautiful. And I don't really care about the roughness because if you think about it, these have been run over and mishandled their whole life. So they're really not in good condition in real life. So don't worry too much about making it too clean. Just make it more realistic. Okay, there's that. Okay, now that you have all that finally on, well, I do. I don't know if you're going to be building it this way, but you should. You should try building some of these this cheap, easy way. You know, you could just 3D print them, or you could just, well, I have the method I did my plastic ones here, but those ones require some odd parts, so I wasn't gonna show how to do those. These ones are paper craft, so they're definitely easy to get your hands on, these ones. And now we're just gonna got stuck onto it. Now we're just gonna clear coat it. So get your clear coat. Mod Podge, that's what I'm using because it's easiest to get, cheapest, and it's alright. I'm not going to say it's good because it's not. And just throw that on there. Probably want to use a big brush so it actually goes on there. That's about it. I added a tire onto the bottom of mine, so I've got a M2 tire over there from, M2s. They always come with 1,000 tires, and I always swap their tires out anyway because they're too thin. They look dumb. So I've got hundreds of those, So I chop them up. I do a bunch of stuff with them. And now I can use them as the weight for the bottom of these. And in real life, they use tires too, The tires are cut up, but I'm just using full tires for mine. Make sure it's all, excuse me, coated. And we'll be right back when it's dry. And it's dry enough. Let's get the tire on the bottom to finish it off. Not the easiest. Oh, and of course it just fell off again. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to sub this in before I glue it back on. Pull the rim over, or pull the wheel over the rim there. It's kind of like a rim. There we go. And I'll just glue it back down. The thing's falling off. I don't even know how many times now. This is the third time. Just plop it right back down in there. There we have it. I love it. Another street pylon thing. Construction pylon thing. I'm happy with it. It's definitely good enough. It doesn't need to be better than that. So guys, thanks for, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you want to, give a thumbs up. It's always inspiring. So, thanks for tuning in.